Hey guys, welcome back to another Helix video. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I want to do something fun with the new firmware, the 3.0 and up firmware for Helix. Since they added poly pitch shifting, I was trying to think of some fun things to do with that, and I saw a pedal called the triplegraph that was designed for Jack White of the White Stripes. Basically, this is a pedal that has an octave up and an octave down function. So you can do that with foot switches, as well as having a foot switch to defeat or turn off the dry signal. So you have options of having either or of the octaves, both of the octaves, and then also pulling out the dry signal. And with the octaves off, you can use that dry defeat button like as a kill switch. So I'm going to hop over to HX Edit, kind of show you what's going on in the preset, and then kind of come back, give you some other sound examples. And this preset is for free. It's going to be on custom tone, and the link to the custom tone preset will be in the description below, so check that out if you like what you're hearing. It's a really fun preset to play around with. So let's hop in and take a look. Okay, so what we have here is line or path 1A is responsible for the octave up. I have a gain block here that basically when I turn the octave up off, it's going to kill this path. If I just turn this block off, then the dry signal is still going to run through. Same thing's happening down on path 2B. So path 1A runs and then drops down to 2A. Path 1B is going to be the regular dry guitar signal. There's a drive pedal, which I did have on during the intro. This and the phaser in this path will only affect the dry guitar signal. It will not affect the octave signals. Coming down to path 2B, I have the octave down block. Same thing here with the gain block used to turn off the octave effect and the entire path whenever it is deactivated. Everything meets back up here in 2A at this merge. So this drive pedal is going to put drive on everything. So you can use this block if you want to just put distortion on the dry signal and leave the octaves clean, and use this one if you want to just drive everything. Excuse me. So just using the litigator here, one, it's my favorite amp model, and two, it is a relatively low DSP usage amplifier. These poly pitch shifting blocks are very high in DSP consumption. That's one of the reasons I went with the poly capo. It seems to have the lowest DSP requirements out of the poly effects, especially the poly pitch, because there's a bit more going on with that one. So that's why I went with the capo. I just needed just a straight shift up in octave, and that was all I needed. Simple reverb, and I put a compressor on the end because when you turn on and off the octaves, if you just have the dry signal on versus the dry and the octaves, there's more signal coming through. With everything on, it's going to be a little bit louder. So I use the compressor just to kind of rein that in a little bit. If you don't like that compressed sound, you can always just turn that off. So the way the foot switches are set up, the dry defeat button, the one that kills the dry signal, is momentary, meaning when you step on it, it pulls out the dry signal. When you let off, it comes right back in. So if you have the octave effects off and it's only the dry signal, you can use that as like a kill switch button with your foot. The octave on and off are latching, meaning you hit them, they turn on, you hit them again, they turn off. The physical pedal, the triplegraph, has a little dip switch on each one where you can set the octaves to momentary, where they would behave the same as the dry defeat button. You hit it to turn the octave on and you let off and it goes away. Unfortunately, I wanted to try to mimic this with the foot controlling aspects of Helix, but when you come over to bypass control, when you set the type of foot switch it is between latching and momentary, you're not, at least from what I can tell, you're not able to assign that to a snapshot or a foot switch. So if you want to change the way that works, just go in and adjust that setting to momentary from latching, and you can get that feature. So that's the only thing I couldn't really figure out how to duplicate with being able to control your feet of that pedal. But otherwise, I think it pretty much does what I want it to do and what I was going for. So this is basically just the dry signal. Octave down, octave up. octave up and down. This is with the dry signal defeated, so this is just the octave up and down. And with the signal back in. And then if I turn off the octaves, so as I hit that momentary switch, it's going to control the dry signal, and I can use that as a kill switch. If we turn on the drive pedal that's just on the dry signal, this is what this sounds like. This is keeping the octaves clean and just putting a drive on just the dry signal. So you can also use the dry defeat to quickly pull that drive out if you wanted to. So that's kind of fun. Then just the phaser. One note, you know, I've just threw a phaser on here and picked some drives. You're welcome to go in and, you know, of course, customize this as much as you want. This top level, because it's just doing the poly and it doesn't have the amp and cab, you have a lot more flexibility in terms of what you can swap things out, different effects you can change to and add. You can even add more blocks. Down here on path 2, it's maxed. You're pretty much, if you don't like the Hedgehog, there's a couple of the drives here that you could select, but you see most are grayed out. It's just maxing out that one path. So anyway, so here's what it would sound like with the drive pedal on the bottom path, which is driving everything, not just the dry signal. And then just the octaves distorted. So that's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of flexibility there. I like that it's just kind of a really nasty, gnarly sound with all of them turned on, or the drive turned on for all 3 paths. So lots of fun to be had with it, I think. You know, and again, like I said, I've got that compressor on there. If you don't like that kind of squeeze, squash compressor sound, you can just turn the compressor off. You might have a little more variations in the volume levels, but it's subtle. But that's pretty much it. So basically this is going to mimic that triple graph pedal. I thought it was pretty fun. When I built this preset out, I ended up just spending a lot more time just playing with it than I thought I would. It was pretty entertaining. So give it a try. The cool thing is it creates some different sounds. So, you know, you might find yourself playing some different riffs and ideas and being inspired a little bit than you would with just a normal guitar sound you're used to. So it is what it is. It's a free preset. I hope you guys enjoy it. And until next time, please like, subscribe, comment, share. You know what to do. And as always, thanks for checking it out. We'll talk to you next time.